Hello everyone, my name is Santosh Barmagoudar. In this first ever video of mine on YouTube, I would like to teach one of the basic or important aspects in English language, that is sentences. I think already you all might have learned this topic. Before going to sentences, let us know the importance of language. Language is a tool for communication. To communicate with others, we must know a particular language. Language is essential. So, to speak a language, we must know the grammar aspects of that particular language. Here, to know the grammar aspects, before going to that, let's know what is grammar. We must know what is grammar, because grammar is very essential, important. Grammar is nothing but it is a science of structure. See, when the language, it has scientific elements here. So, it is language itself is science of structure and usage of language. Okay, grammar is nothing but science of structure and usage of language. Clear? Here, like this, every language has its own grammar aspects. If we know these grammar aspects, we can be fluent in a particular language. So here, English grammar is nothing but detailed knowledge of English structure and detailed knowledge of structure and usage of English language. Do you want me to repeat? Okay. Here, English grammar is nothing but detailed knowledge of structure and the usage of English language. Okay, it is clear. Then, let's move on to the topic, that is sentences. Then, what is sentences? Sentences is nothing but a group of words which gives meaning. Hope we can identify something in this sentence. That is, group of words which gives meaning. Yes, there may be a group of words, no doubt at all. It gives meaning, fine. But can we call it a sentence? No, not at all. So that is called a phrase. Right? A phrase. Phrase is a group of words which gives meaning, right? Which gives meaning, that we call phrase. So you must be able to identify the difference between phrase and the sentence. Here, phrase is a group of words which gives meaning, whereas sentence is also a group of words but which gives a complete meaning, right? Sentence gives complete complete meaning. Example, my book is on the table. My book is on the table. It is a complete. It is a sentence which gives complete meaning. Right? It is a sentence. Let us see, with the help of this sentence, let us frame a phrase that is on the table. See, whenever someone comes and asks, where is my book? Usually we say that on the table. Right? On the table or in the bag. On the table, in the bag, in the bag. These two are group of words which gives meaning, no doubt. On the table there is meaning. In the bag there is also meaning, but not complete meaning. So these are called phrases. Right? So you must be clear about sentences and phrases. Clear? So let's move on to the next topic, that is types of sentences. Now let's move on to the types of sentences. There are 4 types of sentences, and do not be confused with 4 types of sentence structures. Clear? 4 types of sentence are different and sentence structures are different. Okay? There are 4 types of sentences classified by their purpose. First one is declarative, or assertive sentence. Declarative or an assertive sentence. Then what is declarative or an assertive sentence? We must know it. Okay? That is nothing but a statement, a sentences which are in the form of statement. Right? Declarative or an assertive sentence, they most of the time they are in the form of a statement. Okay? We can say that declarative or an assertive sentence, right? Assertive sentence. Okay. A sentence which is in the form of an assertion, a statement, or a statement is called an assertive or declarative sentence. These assertive or declarative sentences, they tell us something, they give us information, and they normally end with full stop. Right? They normally end with full stop. If there is no full stop, soon after that sentence cannot be an assertive or declarative sentence. Okay? There are that hope you understood. Soon after the sentence, it must be ended. Whatever the information you want to convey, soon after that there must be a full stop. And there are the most common type of sentence. These are the most common type of sentences. The declarative or assertive sentence. Here in this declarative or assertive sentences, the usual word order of the declarative or assertive sentence is subject plus verb. example, a sentence for an example, that is he plays. An example for an assertive or declarative sentence. He is subject here and plays a verb, right? So like this is a complete sentence which gives meaning. He plays. Enough. He plays. What he plays and everything, it is secondary. But he plays a sentence. Okay. Next, move on to another thing, that is the same sentence can be either in affirmative, positive or negative. So that is affirmative. How can we write an assertive or declarative sentence in affirmative or positive? Affirmative or positive, or positive. Example, an assertive sentence in affirmative or positive, that is I like tea. It is an affirmative or positive sentence, right? So the same sentence can be written in negative too. Negative too. That is, I do not like tea, right? So here I do not is negative word or negative. It indicates negative, right? So do not or doesn't, no, never, etc. These kind of words, they indicate negative, right? So if we, by using them, we can write a sentence in its negative form. Another example for affirmative, that is we watched TV yesterday, right? The same sentence in negative, that is we didn't watch TV yesterday, right? Like this, we can write an assertive sentence either in positive or affirmative or negative sentence. Clear? Okay. Next, let's move on to next topic, that is interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences. Okay. Interrogative sentence is a sentence that asks a question. Clear? It is a question. It is nothing but a question. A sentence which asks a question. A question is called an interrogative sentence. They ask us something. Okay? They ask us something. They ask us something. They always end with a question mark. They always end with a question mark. That is, question mark you have to put at the end of that question, so that can be an interrogative sentence. And an interrogative sentence can begin with WH word, or helping verb, or auxiliary verb. Example, an interrogative sentence can begin with WH word. An example for an interrogative sentence which begin with WH word, that is, what is your name, right? This is an interrogative sentence with WH word. Now let us go to another example, that is an interrogative sentence which starts with an auxiliary verb, right? Example, Is this your book? Is this your book? Right. So like this, by using WH words or helping verbs, we can frame a sentence which can be an interrogative sentence. Means that a question. Right. Hope it is clear. Even interrogative sentence can also be in positive as well as negative. So here, by using the negative, as I have told that not, doesn't, don't, never, nevertheless, right? So like this kind of by using these kind of words, we can frame a sentence in interrogative which is negative, right? Example for an interrogative sentence, that is, let us move on to another type of sentence, that is imperative sentence. Imperative sentence. What is an imperative sentence then? Right. Imperative sentence. Imperative sentence is nothing but expression of a command or an order or a request. Okay. Imperative sentence which expresses a command. A command, order or a request. A request. Right. So here a sentence which expresses a command or an order or a request is called an imperative sentence. Usually this imperative sentence ends with a full stop. It ends with full stop like an assertive sentence. These sentences tell us to do something because they are ordering, they are commanding, right? Whenever we command someone or order someone, we use these sentences, right? So these sentences tell to do something. Imperative sentences usually include base verb. Usually include base verb. Base verb. Example. Go there. Sit here. Like go, sit. Like this. These are the base verb which we use in an imperative sentence. Right? So here these are the important things in imperative sentence. Remember that usually there is no subject in an imperative sentence because the subject is understood, it is you. Because as I have told in an example, go there, we will be telling or we will be using this sentence to someone who is before us, right? We are commanding or ordering someone, right? So it is understood that subject is the one whom we are telling or the listener, right? So there is no need of subject here in this kind of sentences because subject is understood, that is the one, that is listener. And imperative sentences also can be either positive or negative. Even this can be positive or negative, both. Okay, we can write an imperative sentence in both here. Example, see, stop, right? Stop, it is an imperative sentence, it is an order or it is a command. In the same way, another command in negative, that is do not stop. Do not stop, right? It is also an imperative sentence. Okay, let's go to another example, that is give her coffee. Give her coffee, right? In negative, don't give her coffee, right? Both positive and negative can be written or used even in an imperative sentence. Hope it is clear. Let's move on to another sentence, that is exclamatory sentence. exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory sentence is nothing but expressing strong feeling of wonder, delight, admiration, sorrow, etc. Right? Exclamatory sentence is nothing but expressing or expression of strong feeling of wonder, delight, admiration, etc. etc. Right? So here we can say that exclamatory sentences can be used to express feeling or a feeling of wonder, delight, admiration, or etc. We can say that sudden expression of feeling, sudden expressions. Example, these sentences, these kind of sentences usually start with exclamatory words. Example, hooray, hooray, we won the race. Wow, what a beautiful car, right? What a beautiful car. How nicely he sung. How nicely he sung, right? These are the exclamatory words. By using WH words, we can write a sentence in an exclamatory sentence. We can use these exclamatory words, right? The usual word order of the exclamatory sentence is, that is, what, we can use adjectives, right, plus noun plus subject plus verb. Example for this form, that is, what a beautiful car it is, right? Example for the first word order, that is with WH word, adjective can be used plus noun plus subject plus verb, right? And another one, by using how we can write a sentence in an exclamatory sentence, or we can write an exclamatory sentence by using how. That is, after how we can use an adjective or adverb, right, plus subject plus verb. Example, how beautifully he danced. How beautifully he danced, right? So this is an example for this word order, that is how in the bracket adjective or adverb, because soon after how we can use adjective or adverb here, and then comes subject and verb, right? So this is one of the forms which we use to frame a sentence in exclamatory. And next comes that is about using exclamatory words, as I have told. Alas, he is dead. Hooray, we won the race, right? Like that. Okay, hope this types of sentences and importance of grammar in a language, it is clear. Let us conclude. Thank you one and all.